It is time for more leaks. I leak on twitch.tv/Decade, maybe even on Decade Alt. So that's 2 channels for you to follow on twitch.tv. We're going to be doing a $100 giveaway on this video. Like, subscribe, comment. You'll be entered into the giveaway. Now, without further ado, let's begin. This leak got first place of a Nationals. I got, I'll show you a deck list too, all right? I don't want to be going too crazy. Let's go. Let's go.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Hajime! Oh, good. You don't know what it is yet. All right. What the heck is this? Beaver freaking Warrior, mate. Where am I going with this? Well, let's take a quick little gander. So the reason I'm showing you this is because Beaver Warrior is awesome. Also, if your deck can make a rank 4 exceed, you could do this combo. This combo could be put in pretty much any deck, but it's going to be even better in a machine deck or a plant deck. What the heck? Let's go. Whoa, Springens, Merry Maker, 2 level 4 monsters. It could then send a machine from the deck to the graveyard. Otherwise, you could just be playing a machine or plant deck because you then, whoa, Gigantic Champion Sargus. This is going to be overlaid on top of your Spring and Exceed, which you saw could be 2 of any level 4 monsters. While it has a material, you don't have to detach. You just add a Springen or a Therion card from your deck to your hand. Thus, if you're playing a plant or machine deck that can make a rank 4 exceed, you could search for your Therion and you're good. It has another effect. If a material's detached from a monster on the field, you could target 1 card on the field, destroy it, or return it to the hand. So you could return your own cards back to your hand. Let's see what's good. So this is a very short replay where I add the Therion Regulus, and now we have an Omni Negate in a Beaver Warrior deck, mate. But a plant deck, Traptrix is playing this, Super Heavy Samurai is playing this little combo, just to show that any deck can really play this. Now, let me show you more for an actual Springen deck. All right, so this combo is with the field spell, and there's so many ways to get to this field spell, plus any other Springen card, and then just a random card. So if you have like a normal opening hand plus a field spell or a way to get into it, you got this combo. And the Sargus champion was used in a first place national deck, by the way, all right? Let's go. I'll walk you through this. We're going to play the field spell. The field spell is going to discard a Springen card to cheat out an Exceed. And this Exceed will still trigger its effect to send a Springen card from the deck to the graveyard. Now, the Branga is going to be a good one. Most of the Springens have the effect that state, while in the hand, field, or graveyard, you could target a Springen and attach it as an Exceed material. But this one's even better because you could add a Springen card from your deck to your hand later on in this turn. You'll see it. So we're going to attach on to it. And then we're going to overlay for the Champion Sargus. Champion Sargus in the other replay searched for a Therion, but in this one, we're going to search for the Tally-Ho Springens. Quick effect. This card is nuts. You activate this card, you could then also detach up to 3 materials from monsters you control. You add a Springen, then per card you detached as a material, you could summon that many Springens from your hand or graveyard. So that's going to be very cool. So we're going to detach 2. To search for 1 and summon 2. So 1 from the grave, 1 from the hand. You saw Springen Kit in a branded deck, but it's Springen. It says Springen in the name. It's in the real deck now. So what's it going to do? It's going to search. And just to show you, you don't have to, this doesn't add to the combo, but because I detach an Exceed material, I can target a card in the field, like my own field spell, just for whatever, to return it back to the hand. So if we're going second, we could have popped or spun. So we're also going to be searching for the branded and high spirits. But we need to make it activatable. So we're going to replay the field spell. We're going to make a Masquerade. It could be any link to. The important thing is to get the Branga in the graveyard so that it can banish a Springen card from the grave to search your deck for a Springen card, which we're going to search for the Springen's Watch. This is a Foolish Burial and also a search. So we're going to activate it. It states if we have the field spell already, we're going to be searching for a Springen, and we're going to send a Springen. And then from there, we're going to now be able to activate the Branded and High Spirits. Branded and High Spirits will be searching our deck for a Springen Kit, also sending Springen Brothers from our hands to the graveyard, and a Sprind the Iron Dash Dragon. It's important in your hand you have a machine. So we sent a machine to send the machine fusion to search for the kit. I have not used up my normal summon. So if you want to normal something cool, you tell me what you want to normal. All right, now that that card's been sent to the graveyard, it's going to activate its effect to special summon a Spring-In from the graveyard, and then when this is summoned, it could add that card back to the hand, which is what we're going to do. So let's do that. Add it back to replenish the hand. Beautiful. Again, not a normal summon. I'm not going to even normal summon in this entire combo. I'm now going to make a Dweller. You hate tier limit? Well, good. We got Dweller. Now, during the end phase, this fusion is going to summon a Disruptor. This card is nuts. Its quick effect, detach a material from an Exceed, and then you could pop a face-up card on the field. And if a card is detached as an Exceed material, that will trigger the Sargass to pop a card or return a card back to the hand. It could be your own card. So we got Dweller, Sargass, pop a card, plus Masquerena. Let's see what's good. All right. We're going to be playing against Branded, sure. Searching for a Branded fusion. And I'm going to show you a little combo here. I'm going to chain the Dweller to the Branded fusion before any card he sends to the graveyard would activate. Now, this is triggering my Sargass on a separate chain link from the Branded fusion. And we all know that they're going to go into Mirror Jade, but not if I spin it back into the extra deck. So very cool combo here with the Sargass. Spin it back. I don't think so. No Mirror Jade for you. So he instead summons a Masquerade. What an absolute fool. And now we could detach the other material from the Dweller to get poppin'. We'll pop that because he attempted to go into the battle phase. And then I also have Masquerena to go into a Unicorn to spin an additional card in the field back into the deck. Now, the field spell states that if your Exceed leaves the field by card effect, which is what we did with Masquerena, we could also target a monster your opponent controls. It could not attack for the rest of the turn, but we're not going to even do that. Now, by discarding this, remember it activated earlier to summon the Spring-In. It's going to do that, then add it back. So it went to the grave, special summon, add back. And now let's just clap up the Fool, deal lethal damage. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Discard, special summon, a Spring-In Exceed because the Sargass is not one. Sargass can't search because it has no Exceed materials. So we could make another one. Come forth. We're attaching all the Spring-Ins from the graveyard, then making a fat Sargass. Now, the Tally-Ho, I have no room on the field to summon all the Spring-Ins from the graveyard that I could have summoned. So we're just going in. I'm making a Baguska just because. Detach, search, and we're not even special summoning. I'm normaling. We're going to add a card in the graveyard back to the hand. Now, I'll be showing you a deck list. Let's go, let's go. Fool. All right, let's see. I don't think that top 64 is really topping, but if you think it's a top, then congratulations. You have a YCS top 64 deck list. This is the best I could find. Otherwise, we got regional. Now, what about the first place Nationals deck? That's a Super Heavy Samurai deck. And I'll tell you right now, we're not getting Super Heavy Samurai for the next pack. I'm looking at it right now. That's why I'm looking off screen. We're not getting this. But it uses the Spring-In combo. It uses the Sargass. It has the Sargass in the so the Sargass won a national championship in a deck that's not going to be relevant to Master Duel in any way. All right. So, but this is a pure Spring-In deck with the Therion combo and the combo you saw I did on screen. But what's quite interesting about this top 64 and probably why it's not top 32 is it doesn't have Masquerena. It has the Platinum Gadget and Lambda instead. So maybe he didn't know about the combo. And he's got double Zeus, Keck W. What the heck? TCG, they got 3. All right. And so that's this deck list. Whoa, yeah. Can you believe? Sprite Smasher says banish a Therion or a Spring-In from your hand or graveyard. What? Like, you thought this was a Sprite card? What made you think that? It's a Spring-In card. Nuts. So here's a screenshot of the full deck list. Do not forget about the $100 giveaway. And again, I'm just the messenger. So if you don't like these leaks, I'm sorry. I will be leaking the whole pack, all right? Let's go.